Sabay-sabay natin alamin ang mga kaganapan na nangyayari sa ating bansa. Yo, what's up mga kaibigan? This is I2K po again. Ngayon nandito naman ulit tayo sa channel ni Banat Kapanig TV. Dito naman ulit tayo magbibigay ng komento at reaksyon. Kaya samahan nyo ko guys. Let's go!
There were threats against one of the House members. And he was referring kay Franz Castro and the House itself. At ang sinasabi nila dito, yung binabanggit kagabi sa kanilang pagpasa ng resolution. Yung tungkol sa pagbabanta daw at pag-aatake o kritisismo ni former President Rodrigo Duterte. Sabi niya dito, dagdag niya, so I believe this is to show our solidarity not only towards the Speaker, but for the...
Napansin ko lang mga kaibigan, pag sila Franz ang nag-criticize kay Vice President Inday Sara or dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, okay lang. Pero pag criticize sila ng mga Duterte, mga kaibigan, yung mga Abayan Black, naghihimutok mga kaibigan, galit na galit sila. Kala mo naman,
institution as a whole and its sanctity. Institution as a whole and its sanctity ni Congressman Sandro Marcos. Ang sagot natin dito sa kanya, number one, hindi po sacred ground or sanctimonious or holy ang House of Representatives.
Untouchable.
Untouchable at hindi kayo pwedeng magkamali. So as the government. Kaya nga, it is fallacious, hindi po totoo, yung sinasabi na the Pope is infallible. May quotation na ganyan, na ang Santo Papa sa simbahan Romano-Katolika ay hindi pwedeng magkamali. Mali. Everybody as a human can always commit mistake. And everybody can always point out anybody or everybody's mistake. Lalo na sa pamamahala. So, Congressman Sandro Marcos, please. Pakilinaw po, hindi po binantaan ni Pangulong Duterte si Franz Castro per se. Ang sinabi niya, itong mga komunistang ito na gusto kong patayin, tukuyin mo na, Inday Sara, na sila ang purpose ng kung bakit may confidential fund ang Department of Education at ang Office of the Vice President. So yun po ay kanyang words of expression. Bakit tatanggalin natin sa kanya? At sinabi niya doon, kung mayroong isa sa pinaka-corrupt, pinakabulok na institusyon sa gobyerno, ang Congress, kasi dyan ako nanggaling at alam ko ang kalakaran dyan. So kapag nagsalita ng totoo ang isang mamamayan, kagaya ni former President Rodrigo Duterte, kailan nagiging isa itong banta sa institusyon? Kailan nagiging banta ito sa demokrasya? Kailan nagiging banta ito sa House of Representatives? So ibig sabihin hindi pwedeng magkomentaryo ang mamamayan. And Congress is not infallible.
No.
Pag sinabing infallible, hindi pwedeng magkamali. At ang
hindi
Congress,
pwedeng punahin.
hindi pwedeng punahin. Mali po yun. Congressman Sandro Marcos, pakibasa nga po ng Article 7. Diyan nakalagay ang all public officials must be accountable to the people at all times. At all times. Ibig sabihin, may karapatan po si Pangulong Duterte na hanapin sa inyo, sa Kongreso, ang accountability as he is also imposing it upon himself. And the Vice President, nang sinabi niya, buksan natin ang libro, ipakita natin sino nag-aabuso ng pondo, ng limpak-limpak na pondo ng mamamayan, na walang mga resibo, walang liquidation, at kami din i-audit nyo, unahin nyo kami, din kayo din ang isunod. Saan po ang pagiging threatening niyan?
Pwede nga sana lahat mga kaibigan ma-audit, di ba? Para maging fair.
At saan po ang pag-apak niyan sa integridad ng House? Accountability po ang pinag-uusapan and transparency. At bilang mamamayan, kami po ay naninindigan not because he is Rodrigo Duterte, friend ng SMNI o friend namin dito, friend namin, but not just because he was former president, but because he is also citizen Rodrigo Duterte. He is part of the people now. And kami din, bahagi kami ng mamamayan, mga journalist din kami. And we are here for nation building and for advocacy of good governance. So pag may nakikita kaming hindi tama, hindi ibig sabihin nun, sinisira namin ng gobyerno. That is far from truth compared to what the CPP, NPA, NDF are doing in attacking. Dinipinsahan mo bang tatay mo? Nang sinabihan siya ni Raul Manuel na kasamahan mo na siya ang utak sa pagpapatay kay Percy Lapid. At simula noon, walang pinagkaiba ang tatay mo sa lolo mo. Kami nagtanggol kami kahit namin kadugo ang mga Marcos. Kahit may masama kaming mga political opposition against the Marcos, pinagtanggol namin ang administrasyon na ito. Lalo na ako na nanggaling sa CPP, NPA, NDF na nalason kami sa paniniwala ng kasamaan ng Marcos dictatorship noon at naliwanagan kami nang bumalik kami, tumulong kami sa pagpapaliwanag ng kasaysayan. Pero ikaw, hindi namin narinig na pinuna mo si Raul Manuel at ang mga grupo nilang sumisira sa administrasyon.
Ngayon ko napagtanto mga kaibigan, halos pagparatakan sila ng kriminal mga kaibigan ni Raul Manuel mga kaibigan, di sila nag-react. Pero bakit ngayon Oo nga Paisip ako ron
ng iyong ama. And yet, pupunahin mo ang isang mamamayan na nagngangalang Rodrigo Duterte, siya na nagbigay sa inyo ng opportunity na makilala ang ama mo sa isang napakagandang presidential debate, no single centavo charge on you. Hindi sasabihin mo, hindi ko alam, sa isang TV network yata yun, doon narinig yung threat at mga pag-atake na ginawa sa institusyon ng Kongreso. Excuse me, your institution, Congressman Sandro Marcos, is an institution owned by the people. Incidental lang na kongresista kayo dyan. But the institution of Congress belongs to the people and the power of government belongs to the people, including accountability and transparency. It is the right of the people to demand upon you.
You see Majority Floor Leader Marcos, Sandro Marcos, is very concerned about the reputation daw of the House, that it's being maligned. 2 points here, 2 points why it's being maligned, why it's being criticized right now. And number one are the funds, the extraordinary funds. Therefore, if you want to save the reputation of the House, you ought to demand that accountability be given to the Filipino people. Number two, why is that reputation being maligned right now? It's because of the perceived alignment of the House, no less than the House, with the CPP, NPA, NDF operatives inside Congress, who, by the way, are the ones responsible for bringing your family down, because your family name is Marcos, no? So I would like to remind the majority floor leader, the deputy majority floor leader, that it is Franz Castro, Arlene Brosas, Raul Manuel, who and their organization that are behind the destruction of the Marcos family.
Correct.
And Franco, mga kababayan, what I find is the issue for me here in a statement such as this, is that, are we being singled out? Is SMNI being
TV
singled
network,
out? Are we being muzzled? Hindi kami pwede magsalita. Diba? So, hindi ba demokrasya ito? Kasi I remember, just to lay the predicate, backgrounder, I'm pretty sure the Filipino people will remember this. During PRRD's term of office, lahat binato sa amin. Lahat. Everything, it was the vilification, everything was thrown at us. Because why? The president, the then president, lahat ng kalaban ng Estado, kinalaban niya talaga, So we really got used to criticisms, but we would never single out. We would never sing, except of course Rappler, Kasi talagang sumobra talaga ang Rappler, So, and that was singled out for a very good reason, but it wasn't because we had to muzzle them, Hindi yon. So this thing, is really kind of chilling. Well, is this parang, are we still a democracy or is the Marcos administration overly sensitive to expressions of our democratic right to freely express ourselves? Is that the issue here? Parang for me, that's the issue here. Dito ako parang sinisingled out a certain network.
TV network.
Ibig sabihin, hindi pwede yun. Napakahalaga nito. Napakahalaga sa isang demokrasya na pwedeng maghayag ng libig. Yun yung sinasabi ni PRRD, na yung ingay ng demokrasya. Ganun ba ang aim natin na parang sementeryo tayo dito na hindi tayo pwede magsalita? Hindi ganun ang Pilipinas, Kailangan talaga yung demokrasya natin ay very vibrant.
Yes, Frank, sininggle out tayo doon,
That's the issue to me, yeah.
Yes,
and then of course again, he's with Congress, So what that is, when you say something like that, that's a punch down. You're really punching down on someone who's less powerful than you are.
Yes.
And in a democracy, what's the signal that you're sending?
It's significant, Cheryl, kasi yung survey na kinonduct namin September 30 to October 4 of just this year, very recently, with 1,200 respondents, ang margin of error is plus minus 3%. So pag more than 3% ang binaba, that is significant. And yung performance ratings nga ng VP natin ay bumaba from 82 to 70, that's 12%, that's significant. Although it can be said na siya pa rin yung pinakamataas yung performance rating and trust rating sa mga top government officials. Pero of course, yung pagbaba is something that should be, there's a reason for it. And we could point to some possibilities. Although hindi naman namin tinanong yan sa survey, ang tinanong lang natin yung performance and yung trust ng mga top government officials.
Saan pong lugar pinakamababa yung satisfaction at trust ratings ni VP?
During the break,
At yun nga po mga kaibigan, dito po nagtatapos ang ating reaction video. Muli, ako po si I2K ng Sundalo ng Dunggalo at 811. Maraming salamat sa patuloy na pagsuporta. Peace out.